So you've probably heard this way too many times. Journaling is good for your mental health, but it's not just good for you, it's necessary. So I used to think journaling was for somebody who had a lot of free time or was going through something traumatic. Why would you journal if you can just talk to a therapist or like a good friend of yours? But my thoughts really changed. So I've dabbled in journaling for many years, and since the last 4 years, I've basically filled up a notebook each year. I used to think journaling was this like really crazy, overwhelming thing. I mean, there's so many different ways to do it, right? And even myself personally, I'm a believer that the best way to journal is to keep it simple. You should start simple, have a routine, and it's not as important to be perfect as it is to be consistent with it. So to start journaling, the first thing you need to do is decide in what format, right? My favorite thing to do is on pen and paper. As you can see over here, there's like different types, dotted journals that you can choose, calendars. You can both schedule your things and also reflect on the days. You can also just choose like a simple notebook. Works just fine. You can also do it digitally, maybe on your phone, your iPad, your PC. Write down all your thoughts, your reflections. Another thing you can do is you can just take a video. Put the phone right in front of you. Just take a video, talk to yourself, tell you how you feel. It's both like a visual diary that you can look back on, or you can record a voice message or a voice memo and just listen back to how you were thinking back then. So when choosing a method of how to journal, I found this great blog on Skillshare, and I found out that I actually tried many of them. So one of them is reflective journaling. It's basically having a private place where you're reflecting on who you are, who you want to be, processing your emotions, your actions. Daily journaling, so that basically means, you actually come on over here. That basically means having each day documented and thinking like what went well, what you want to improve. There's also art journaling. It basically means drawing your emotions, expressing them. 21 Pilots. But yeah, it's cool stuff like that. You can also do a stream of consciousness that's also called morning pages. So what you do is you commit to writing 2 or 3 pages, and all you're doing is just writing absolutely everything that comes to your mind down. Don't stop until you finish. So this doesn't need a lot of editing, nothing. It's fun. You can also do bullet journaling, and this is like combining everything. That means both like reflecting on your thoughts, making a diary, documenting your day, scheduling some appointments you have. It's like an emotional and practical calendar in one. And then you need to decide on the frequency. So I personally like to journal once per week. You can also do it daily. I used to do that. It works. And if you're like in a really dark space, it can help you get out of it faster. Or if you barely have any time or don't find it as interesting, you can at least commit to doing it bi-weekly, right? All right, but how do you actually journal? What I like to do is I like to open a blank page. I like to have a blank slate. It helps me really be genuine with my thoughts and with myself. And next, as crazy as it seems, just start writing. Take off any filters that you have. Be genuine with yourself. Remember that this is private. You're only going to read this. Don't think about your grammar, your spelling. Try to be as honest as possible with yourself. The more you peel off the onion that is your mind and your thoughts, the more you will find out about yourself, and the more problems you'll be able to fix, and you'll have a more peaceful mind. Just start writing. It's simple as that. You can choose like a question that you want to answer, like what's bothering me, or you can just choose like those morning pages and just write everything that you're thinking about. You'll be amazed at what pops up. It's okay to write weird things, make funky drawings. I mean, you should be as honest with yourself as possible. If that includes like tapping into your darker side, it's also worth it. You can find some real energy in the dark side as well. So you can start with as little as a few minutes or even several hours, whatever feels right to you. The first sessions are usually the most intimidating ones, because if you've never really done it before, it's difficult to start articulating your thoughts, like actually explaining how you feel. I mean, that's scary. What kind of demons can come out of your mind, right? It's important to think about that. The more you do this, the easier it gets, and the more relieving it gets, and the more you find out about yourself. Also about the environment. If it feels right to you, you can just, change like a different seat. Let's join over here. For example, you can just chill on a different couch, like whatever feels right to you. Do what you want, And if the process was meaningful to you, then you can set a schedule of committing to do it daily, weekly, bi-weekly, and setting specific time, maybe just a day. Do it consistently. You'll be amazed at how much you can actually do and find out about yourself. And if it didn't click with you, I suggest first starting other methods as well before you give it up. This can be really powerful if you allow yourself to enjoy it and let yourself go. Also, if it's a physical journal, even digitally, put the folder, notebook in a really visible place where you can see it maybe every day so you don't forget about it. If you have this inspiration to actually journal, you can easily pick it up. I hope this video made you inspired to try it out, and trust me, it's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. It's like David Goggins said, the most important conversation you'll ever have is the one that you have with yourself. I am Dave Sun, and I make videos about how you can improve the quality of your life right now. And if that sounds something interesting to you, then consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up, comment. That's the best way how you can support the channel, support me, and hope to see you in another video. Maybe check this video out. I think this is you might like this one. But yeah, my recommendation is to find yourself. Go sit and go write.